Hi, this is Marty from Blue Lightning TV. I'm going to show you how to create a realistic looking, shiny, reflective 8-ball from scratch. Create a new document by pressing Ctrl or Command N, or you can go to File and New. Make its width 1920 pixels, its height 1080 pixels, and its resolution 150 pixels per inch. It doesn't matter what the background color is since we're going to fill it with a gradient. Click the adjustment layer icon and click Gradient. Click the gradient bar and the black and white box. The style is linear. The angle is 90 degrees, the scale is 100%, and check Reverse. We'll convert our gradient background into a smart object so we can add a soft vignette to it non-destructively. To do this, Shift-click the black layer to make it active as well, and click the icon at the upper right corner to open the flyout list. Click Convert to Smart Object. Go to Filter and Lens Correction. Click the Custom tab, and for the vignette amount, type in -50. Next, we'll create a basic sphere that we'll add highlights and reflections to. Click the New Layer icon to make a new layer. Open your elliptical marquee tool and go to the approximate center of your document. Press and hold Alt or Option plus Shift as you drag out a circle approximately this size. To place it in the exact center, first go to View, and if Snap is not checked, click it to activate it. Then drag your selection until it snaps to the center. We'll fill it with black. There are a few ways to do this, but for this example, open your Fill window by pressing Shift plus the F5 key at the top of your keyboard, or you can go to Edit and Fill. Open the Contents list and click Black. Deselect it by pressing Ctrl or Command D. Convert it into a smart object. Double-click an empty area of the circle layer to open its layer style window. Click Inner Glow. The color is white, the blend mode is normal, and the opacity is 40%. The technique is softer, the source is edge, the choke is 0, and the size is 60 pixels. Click Gradient Overlay. The blend mode is normal, and the opacity is 50%. Click the gradient bar, and click the black and white box. Check Reverse, and make the style radial. The angle is 90 degrees, and slide the scale all the way to the left. Let's drag the window over so we can see our sphere. Drag the gradient overlay to approximately here, and then increase the scale to 100%. Next, we'll add a highlight spot, but before we do, let's save some space in the Layers panel by collapsing the effects. Make a new layer and name it Highlight Spot. Open your Brush tool and Brush Picker. Pick a soft, round brush. Make its size 250 pixels and its hardness 0%. Make its opacity 50% and the flow 100%. Check your foreground and background colors. If they're not black and white respectively, press D on your keyboard. Invert them by pressing X. White should be your foreground color. Place your cursor approximately here and click once. Make a new layer and name it Bounce Light. Control-click or Command-click the black circle to make a selection of its shape. Go to Select and Transform Selection. Between the width and the height, make sure the chain link icon is active. This links them together, so whatever percentage is typed into one is repeated in the other. In either field, type in 91%. Then press Enter or Return twice. Open your brush picker and type in 900 pixels for its size. For its opacity, type in 15%. Place your cursor approximately here and click once. Then deselect it. Make a new layer and name it Shape Behind Number. Control-click or Command-click the black shape again to make a selection of it. Go to Select and Transform Selection. In either the width or the height, type in 49%. Then press Enter or Return twice. We'll fill the selection with white, and since our foreground color is white, press Alt or Option plus Delete. Then deselect it. Reduce its opacity to 90%. Open your horizontal type tool and invert your colors by pressing X or by clicking this icon. Pick a font for the number on your billiard ball. I'll make its size 220 points, sharp, and center alignment. Click on your document and type the number 8. To center it, open your Move tool and drag it to the center until it snaps in place. Make a new layer and name it Top Reflection. Scroll to the bottom and Control-click or Command-click the black circle to make a selection of it. As before, go to Select and Transform Selection. In either the width or the height, type in 40%. Click the Warp Transform icon and open the custom list of warp presets. Click Arc, and for the bend, type in 55. Move it straight up by pressing the up arrow key on your keyboard until it's positioned approximately here. Then press Enter or Return. We'll fill it with white, and since white is your background color, press Ctrl or Command plus Delete. Then deselect it. Change its blend mode to Screen and its opacity to 90%. Double-click its thumbnail to open the Layer Style window. In the Advanced Blending section, check Blend Interior Effects as Group. This makes any interior layer effect match the blending mode of the layer, which in this case is Screen. Click Gradient Overlay. The blend mode is normal, and the opacity is 100%. Uncheck Reverse, and click the gradient bar. Click the lower left stop, and click the color box. In the hexadecimal field, type in 40 3 times. Then click OK on the color picker and the gradient editor. Make the style linear, the angle 90 degrees, and the scale 100%. Click Blending Options and drag the Layer Style window to the side so we can see the top highlight. I'll show you what our image looks like if we don't check Blend Interior Effects as Group. I'll uncheck that option. Notice that our top highlight is much darker and less transparent. Let's check the option again. Lastly, we'll create a shadow under our billiard ball. Scroll to the bottom and make the bottom layer active. Make a new layer above it. Control-click or Command-click the black shape to make a selection of it, and go to Select, Modify, and Feather. Feather it 3 pixels. Fill the selection with the black foreground color by pressing Alt or Option plus Delete. Then deselect it. Slide the blurred circular shape down by pressing and holding Shift as you drag it to just under the billiard ball. Reduce its opacity to 40%. Click the Layer Mask icon to make a layer mask next to the shadow. Open your Gradient tool and make sure the linear gradient icon is active. Click the gradient bar and click the black-white box. Go to the bottom of your image and press and hold Shift as you drag the tool up to the bottom of the billiard ball. Then release. This is Marty from Blue Lightning TV. Thanks for watching.